Hello and welcome to today's student CPD session with a focus of understanding a mark scheme. This video is aimed at people potentially who are going to be studying more of the humanities subjects, so history, law, sociology, English literature, English language, the A-levels that are looking at essay writing skills and where there could be variance in answers. It wouldn't necessarily be appropriate for mathematics students where there is a right and a wrong answer, but more aimed at students who are looking at variance in understanding and levels of understanding. I'm really hoping that this becomes more clear as we work our way through, but just worth bearing that in mind. What I would like you to do is something that I set for all of my students as we begin our study at A-level, and that is I would like you to make a paper aeroplane. If you could pause the video for 2 minutes, I just want you to have a go at making the best paper aeroplane that you can. Pause me now. Hopefully you are able to come back and you have the most beautiful paper aeroplane in front of you that you have ever designed. I would like you now to give yourself marks according to the following. I want you to give it 1 mark for if it flies, so you can test that now. 2 marks for every different choice of colour. So if yours is plain white, you don't get any marks. If you've coloured a little bit of it in, you get 2 marks. If there are 2 different colours, it's 4 marks, so on and so forth. 3 marks if you included a logo, and 3 marks for every time that logo is used. 4 marks for if you drew in the pilot, an extra 4 bonus marks if you have the co-pilot, 5 for the brand, and 6 if you've drawn on windows. In fact, you can have 6 points for every window that you've drawn on your paper aeroplane. Now, the chances are that you don't have very many marks for that. And the reason that you don't have very many marks for that is because you didn't know. You weren't given this first. If I asked you to pause me now and give yourself further marks for it, you would redesign your paper aeroplane accordingly, wouldn't you? You would go back and you would make sure that it was all included. You would make sure that for each one of these, you had got those different features so that you could get the very best marks. I'm hoping that in that short activity, you will have noticed that if you don't know what you're aiming for, if you don't know what you're going to be marked against, then you're going to struggle. As soon as you know those criteria, you will know to build in your answers. It's quite a cute little activity that helps to illustrate that point of understanding the mark scheme. For today, I'm going to be referring to A-level sociology, as this is one of the subjects that I teach at A-level, and it kind of combines that crossover between understanding the essay style questions and the identify questions. It sits nicely as a humanity science, so it doesn't really fit with either the humanities or with the sciences. It looks at both, and both of those are expected in your assessment. Now, the college that I teach at uses AQA, and you can find AQA specifications by going to any Google search, putting in AQA, finding your subject, the level that you're looking at, and there should be your specification there. These are readily available to everybody, so make sure that you know where yours are. Once you get there, what you're looking for are the assessment objectives. The assessment objectives often get shortened to the AOs, and understanding these is crucial. It's back to that idea of the paper aeroplane. It's knowing whether you've got to use more than one colour or whether you've got to include a brand. That's the difference between getting a C grade, the B, and into the higher. If you have a look here, and I picked sociology again because it only has 3, literature has 5, A-level English language has 5, so this one's much more condensed. You've got AO1, which is the demonstrating the knowledge and understanding of sociological theories and research methods. AO2 is application, and AO3 is analysis and evaluation. So they're nice and short, they're nice and brief, but often people struggle to understand what those language in those assessment objectives actually means. So let's again have a look at what that would look like in real terms with an answer. This again is taken from the AQA website and is from the mark scheme. As you can see, each question within a sociology paper is worth a different amount of marks. You'll have some that's worth 4 marks, and you will have some that's worth 10 and some that's worth 30. As I've mentioned in one of the other videos, reading the question, understanding what's expected of you in each question is vital, as is understanding how you're going to be marked. If we look at this first band, so to get the highest possible marks for what you're looking for, as you can see, answers in this band, so the top band for a 10 marker, show good knowledge and understanding of the relevant material on 2 reasons for social class differences in official crime statistics. So this is commenting on an answer from a paper 3 crime and deviance question. As you can see, at a level 10, so as a 10 marker to get the top marks for it, in the third paragraph it says there will be an appropriate analysis evaluation of 2 reasons, and then it lists some examples for the markers to give credit for. So even in a 10 mark question, that evaluation is expected. AO3 for sociology is expected in a 10 mark question. If you weren't aware that that's what is expected of you, if you simply described the concept or the ideas presented in the question, then you're immediately capping yourself to maybe 4 or 5 marks, because even there's looking for analysis and evaluation of those type of questions. It's only in the lower end of the category, down in 1 to 3 marks, where there are limited or no analysis or evaluation. If you'd entered that question and you'd only done AO1 and AO2, you've automatically more than halved your opportunity to succeed in this paper. Therefore, reading your mark scheme, understanding your assessment objectives are crucial to passing your A-levels. At the end of all of these videos, I ask you to complete a short task. And for today, that's going to be to get very, very good insight, a very good insight into your assessment objectives for each of your A-levels, and to categorise where you would expect to see those in each of your exam style questions. For literature, as an example, we have 5 assessment objectives and you're expected to address them all in every question. In sociology, you aren't. It's understanding these nuances and demands which is going to be the difference from you getting a C grade to an A star. I hope this has been useful for you. I would love to discuss it with you further, and if you come across any problems, do get in touch.